Hey buddies, and welcome back to my channel. So in the last video we talked about the TikTok who the F did I marry lady, and I was gonna do a whole finish of that series, but I really just couldn't bear to talk about her anymore. But just to clean it up nice and not have like a cliffhanger on my channel, I'm just gonna sum up what I think about parts 10 through 50 and why I didn't necessarily believe everything she was saying, why I kind of think that she came out with all of this in the first place, and lessons that we can all learn from this hot mess. So let's go. And before we get started, real quick, Jordan, my best friend, hey girl, hey, she had three questions she needed answers. And I think I figured out the answers to two of them. One was, who is Egypt and who did he send the shoes to? I don't know who he sent them shoes to when he said he had to send his stepdaughter or his ex some shoes for her daughter. I don't know who he sent them shoes to. But the other two questions were, how is he paying the bills? I'm going to tell you that in the video. And the third question was, what happened to his leg? I think he got fired from his job and he was just like, I'm just going to make up a lie so I can lay around and not have to do anything. So, hey, buddy, those are the answers to your three questions. Let's get into the video. Okay, so in the last video, we left off on part 10. She had just lost her baby. He had got promoted to a new position, to the VP of operations or production, something like that, at his job. So now they are going around wasting people's time looking for a company car for his new position. They're at the dealership in the last video. Spoiler alert, they don't end up getting the car. So then we fast forward a little bit. Now she's looking for a car. So he takes her to Audi, to BMW, to all the luxury car places in Atlanta. He's telling her family and her friends, like, I want my wife to be in a nice car, da 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 da. One part of the story that I don't even feel like editing all the clips in because I'm over her at this point, and I'm so late. I just want to finish this. So she finally picks an Audi. She loves it. He calls her and tells her, hey, can you take a half day from work? They're going to deliver the car to the house. The car never shows up. Such a waste of time. I don't know how she just kept going. And this is why I feel like she just wanted it so bad. Like the idea of being married or the idea of having this provider man, maybe to the outside world, because she knew that he wasn't really like that. I think she just was obsessed with the world and her social circle, thinking that she was like this kept woman, because the amount of times this man played in her face, and she documents every single time, or enough times for me and anyone that I know in their right mind would have been gone. So anyway, the Audi never shows up. And then she finally gets a car. She gets an Altima. And this is why I think she's not telling the truth. So let's listen to what she says, and I'll come back and tell you why I started to not believe her.
End of March, beginning of April. Found out I was pregnant in May. Lost the baby in June. Had to have surgery in July. Started looking for houses. Started looking at cars. All this stuff happened literally between March and the end of, in August is when I got my car. So, got a car in August. He paid the down payment for that car. Which I was shocked by. And no, it was not a BMW or an Audi. It was a Nissan Altima, but I loved that car at the time. So he paid the down payment for that car. He told me he would help me with the car payment. The biggest mistake that I made, and I'll explain why I say this. The biggest mistake I made was that I signed myself up for a car note, where I knew I needed his help to pay the car note.
So this is where in the series I started thinking, I think that she made up him paying all of her bills just to kind of put a little sugar on the you know what, and not make her look as crazy as she looks and as desperate, thirsty, just going out sad as she looked. Because if he's paying all your household bills and you were only paying your car note for the car you originally had, and like little stuff here and there, like your insurance, maybe her cell phone bill. But she said as far as her rent, utilities, all major household bills, he was paying. So if he was paying all the bills and he put a down payment on your Ultimate. First of all, you had me down at Audi and BMW just to put me back in another Nissan. It's crazy. But anyway, Nissans are nice cars, but like not after it's the here to there. So anyway, if he was paying all these bills and doing all this stuff, why couldn't you afford your payment on your Nissan Altima? I just don't believe her. So that's when I really just started to think like, okay, she's just doing this. One, I think she's doing this for money. Like she's gone super viral on TikTok. She's already got merch with "Who the F Did I Marry" on her shirts. And the way she told this story was almost too good. Like, how do you remember all this stuff in such vivid details? The timeline, this month this happened, and this month that happened, and then secondly, it's like every series, like every part of the TikTok, each 50 parts ended with a cliffhanger. Like, you know how good of a writer or storyteller you have to be to every, like, imagine you telling a long story on your Instagram stories, and every time the video ends, it's on a cliffhanger, super juicy part. Like, I don't know. And then you've got all these voice recordings that you're now turning into an audiobook. It just seems a little too, I don't know. My mom said that maybe she just was, really remembers it and that this is therapeutic for her. But it's like, I would have took this to my grave. And nobody, my best friends would not have known that I let a man trick me and play in my face this many times. And then not even like good. It's not even like he was like a super scam. He never scammed her, honestly. Like she finally breaks up with him in the end and he tries to like wiggle his way back into her house, but he never really got anything out of her from what she said. And then he was always tricking her with stuff that he printed off on paper. Like it was just too easy to trick her. So he plays with her about like two more houses, I want to say, until finally the realtors, they get one realtor who's like, look, I'm not going to even show y'all houses or entertain y'all until you show me proof of funds and um, a valid pre-approval letter. Like I saw the pre-approval letter that she allegedly saw from Chase and it looked so fake. Like it had a Chase logo in the corner, but I mean, I don't know. If I can find it, I'll put a clip in right here. But it was just ridiculous. So much other stuff happens. He hurts his leg at work and starts losing a lot of weight. And then she goes through his phone. I'm probably all out of order now, but I'm just over her. She goes through his phone and finds him talking to a lady of the night named Peaches. And that was just her final straw, y'all.
And I will tell you guys something that you may or may not understand. Some women may or may not understand it. The cheating didn't even phase me. Didn't even phase me. I didn't cry. I didn't I did not feel like what did I do wrong? I was relieved. The reason why I was relieved,
She says him cheating didn't even phase her. She was relieved because up until this point, she couldn't really just. I mean, you had so many reasons up until this point. Like he was a liar, manipulative. The way he proposed to her was fake. She later came out because she's done like a bunch of follow-ups now, and I that's where I was like, okay, I can't keep going with this because I can't even catch up to get the videos out in time. But she said that he showed her a bunch of rings, the rings that he let her choose, three of them, and then he went and got the one she wanted and was like, okay, let's get married. She later found out that the ring was a $32 ring from Amazon. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot of it seems fishy. And then she's like, I was relieved because I finally had a reason. But it's like, and she didn't cry, anything like that. If your man is losing a significant amount of weight to the point where he ends up being bedridden, she kicks him out the house. He's peeing in like Gatorade bottles. Like he's down bad. He's sick. And he's been in the messages with Peaches. They were talking about unprotected encounters. I would have been so paranoid. I would have hopped, skipped, and jumped myself down to the nearest clinic. My primary care physician, whoever could have drew this blood to make sure I was good. Like I don't know. And then when he came out and said that she's lying, he doesn't look like he lost any weight. Like throughout her video, she says he goes from a 6'4" man that wears like a 2X, 3X down to like a medium, which would be like a drastic amount of weight to lose. And I saw the videos of him. The only thing that looks sick about him is his skin. He got a lot going on, but that doesn't mean he's sick. He just needs a dermatologist. So I don't know. I don't believe her. She kicks him out. He lies to his family. Two of his exes have come out and said that she's telling the truth. And even one of her ex's sons have come out and said that she's telling the truth. So I'm sure he did like finesse her, but I don't think it was to the level that she's telling. I don't think now if he was paying her bills, it was PPP and unemployment, because she said that she went through some of the stuff that he left at her house and found unemployment paperwork, found out that he was working at a temp agency. He was never the VP of the company. She found screenshots of bank accounts. So when they were getting married and doing all this stuff, and she's asking to see his bank accounts, he really fooled her with a screenshot. She didn't even. I would have made him log into his bank account while I watched. I would have scrolled. Okay, is dinner from last Tuesday on here? Like, is this really his bank account? Is the light bill he's allegedly paying? Don't mind my nails, y'all. I'm about to do them later. I might do a video on me doing my own nails. But anywho, like she didn't do any research. So, ladies, gentlemen, like do some research on whatever it is, vitamins, a man, a woman, and never want anything too bad. If you want something so bad that you're desperate for it, you will easily get got, you will easily be taken advantage of, or just have buyer's remorse. Like, I don't know. She's getting free trips, and I'm sure the way life and the internet works, she might end up getting her free Audi that he allegedly promised her, but it was just all weird. I don't believe everything that she was saying. And yeah, I'm done talking about this. I'm gonna put a clip in right here so y'all can see what he looks like. And I had so many other notes, but I'm over them. I love you guys so much. If you're still here, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Later this week, I will be doing another video that's more health focused, and I will talk about my next giveaway and give full details. So I love you guys so much, and I hope you're having a great day.